I moved to Norway in January 2025, and in May I passed my Norwegian exam and I got B1 level. Here are three things that helped me to pass my Norwegian exam successfully. First of all, grammar. A lot of people learn language by listening to other people or hearing different things, but for me it works only if I know the grammar very well. So I focused a lot on grammar, because if you learn grammar very well, you will be able to speak about everything. There is only one rule. Yes, of course, there are some exceptions, but one rule that you have to learn and use in every sentence, everything that you talk about. I was reading grammar in English and in Russian to understand it much better. I was comparing Norwegian grammar with English grammar and the languages I know to remember it better. The second thing I was doing, I was speaking. It was in a very messy way. I think it is still sometimes, but you can't learn grammar and remember the rules that you have learned if you don't use them in practice. Therefore, don't be afraid to speak. It's fine. It's not your own language. You have right to make mistakes. I was speaking a lot to everyone on the streets, in the restaurants, in the cafes. I was going to different club activities like knitting or sport cafe just to speak to people and see how they use the grammar that I learned. The third thing that I was doing, I was trying to make my language learning fun. It's very boring sometimes to just sit and read these grammar rules and think, why did I do this to myself? Therefore, you have to find your own way to make it fun. I really like to read, therefore I was reading a lot of text and children's stories. I was listening to different news, political, economic news, because I do my PhD and it was very interesting for me to know more about it in Norwegian. Even if I didn't understand much, I was still doing it just to change the environment and learn better.